Check 1 2 1 2 check 1 2 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, baby girls, baby boys, ladies and gents? Welcome back. Glad you made it. It's another So production. It is Wednesday, June the 1st, 2022. Officially halfway through the year. Did we just do half of the year? I think so. We just did it. 6 months of 2022 is already behind us. We got another 6 months to go, and then before you know it, it's Christmas time again. But let's not jump too far ahead. It is, after all, spring, almost summer, if I'm not mistaken. You know, it's that time of year, baby. We're doing it. Do you want broken glass in your breakfast cereal? Because we do that around here. Would you like to look in the mirror after a steaming shower and find a heart and an XOXO printed on the mirror? We also do that here for you. Do you want to learn how to DIY surgery in your kitchen or your bathtub? We do it all. Forget the dick pills that promise size and deliver disappointment. Watch these videos and we will send someone to your place and they'll stretch your penis for you. No more emails, no more phone calls, no more awkward visits to the doctor. We're all about real-time service with real people. Do you want to get inside? Do you want us to get inside your house and replace everyone's shoes with one size smaller? Now, this pays in dividends, and it is a long-term investment. But in about a couple of months, you'll notice severe body aches in all your loved ones' bodies. Next thing you know, your brother, your sister, your mom, your dad, your aunt, uncle, your grandma, grandpa, whoever's living with you. Everybody's just coming, I don't know why my ankle's hurting. I don't know why my knee's hurting. Oh, I think I've developed some sort of an ailment in my spinal cord. And no one's the wiser. We do that all around here, and free of charge. All you got to do is just sit back, relax. Maybe if you like, check out these videos on Instagram, YouTube, Patreon, and the rest will take care of itself. All right, fam? You're welcome. Don't limit yourself is what I'm trying to tell you. That's the moral of that story. Don't limit yourself. Boys and grills. Let's get into it, man. I wrote a little bit, trying to come up with a 5-minute, and I don't know. I'm going to keep writing, and whatever I like, I'm going to take it on stage. Whatever I don't like, I'm not going to take it on stage. But we're writing, damn it. We're working. I'm going to share this little story with you, and hopefully you guys and gals will like it. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you don't like it. Let me know if you are, you don't know what to make of it. Let me know. I'm there for you. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, coincidentally. It's a work in progress, but we're learning and growing. Let's get into it, baby. I want to go off on allergies, if I may, if I can, on allergies, because it's that time of year. And let's get into it, man. We'll read a little bit and then we'll get loose, baby, because it's party time. Fucking Wednesday. Great thing about allergies is that no one can accuse you of having a handful of jizz-covered napkins. It's spring or summertime. You'll see me with a wet napkin. You know what time it is. The other great thing about allergies is that automatic sneezing. You don't gotta think about it. All year around, you gotta try and get a sneeze or a cough. Spring, summer, leave it up to the pollen, baby. You know the great thing about allergies, fellas, listen up. Are you a guy who's emotionally challenged? Do you have fears of opening up? Not anymore, bro. With our brand new Allergies, you'll be sneezing and crying in front of your girl like a little bitch in no time. And you said he can't express emotions. Ladies, attention, ladies. Do you want to be his bottom bitch? Follow me with this. Do you want to be his bottom bitch? Does he have a cute little pet dog, or better, a pet cat? With Allergies, you can kick that pussy ass bitch to the curb and be his bottom bitch. What's that you say? You love your man and his pets. You're a well-rounded individual who loves animals, especially dogs and cats. You work at an animal shelter? Well, then disregard this last bit we did about kicking them bitches and pussies to the curb. We all love animals. Forget what I said. Now, the great thing about allergies is the bonding experience. Have you ever made eye contact with another watery-eyed fellow or lady with a cute little snot bubble? Just watery eyes, little snot bubble. Ooh, sparks are flying. Love at first reaction. Scene. You both lock eyes. Eyes filled with tears. Lips trembling. Watery eyes, lips trembling, snot bubbles afloat. Who will sneeze first? Will there be enough tissue paper? Will someone offer a sleeve? 80 years from now, grandkids are surrounding you, your whole family sneezing and crying around you. They ask, hey, Grandma, when did you know Grandpa was the one? And you say the moment he sneezed and grabbed my sleeve to blow his nose. He saved the tissue for me, and that's when I knew he was the one for me. Let's change gears. Changing gears, the not so great things about allergies. Oh, you thought we're just gonna talk about the pros? If you think we're just gonna be that one-sided podcast that only looks through one lens to to look at things through, no baby, at minimum 2 lenses. Multi lenses all over the place, so we get all perspectives. The not so great thing about allergies, you might be running dry. You know what I mean? Releasing all that moisture through your nose. People have died from this shit. I've seen it. You could easily become an addict to allergy medication. You're all like, hey man, I don't appreciate the term addict. So I ask, can you get off the medication? You're all like, yeah, but my condition's chronic, bro. You don't understand, man. I can quit the nasal spray anytime I want. I can quit the nasal spray anytime I want, is what you'll say. Matter of fact, I quit. That's what you'll say. Be like, as a matter of fact, I'll quit right now in front of you. Half a day goes by, you're out sucking off some guy in a back alley for some cash to get your fix. You're all like, I'm fully employed and integrated into society. What are you saying? I'm just saying, man, things happen. Huh? What do you guys think? I'll have to wait in the future to find out. But allergies. Another not so great thing about allergies. You might not fit in everywhere. They might say things like, man, that guy or lady might not fit everywhere. And it's partially true. It's a flower smelling competition. You'd be a complete misfit. Everyone is happy smelling flowers. You're in a corner, having a difficult time breathing. Not exactly the kind of vibe we're going for. Read the room. A spice market? A Middle Eastern spice market? You'd be a nightmare. Think about it. Just, a little paprika over here, a little black pepper over there, a little sesame seeds, just grounded sesame seeds, a little bit of that cinnamon, a little bit of that red pepper, whatever. You just sneezing all over the place, bro. You're messing up the whole scene. No bueno. A black ops in the middle of the desert. We about to take out Osama bin Laden Jr. and you're about to give the entire operation away. Sneeze, you pull the trigger. We just lost Cody. Good job. Bin Laden Jr. is getting away. Wearing sandals. Running. We're like, catch him. He's running with sandals in sand. And you've got the really good American Army gear. Your boots are made for practically running in any climate. Go on, catch him. You're all like, yeah, but his sandals cause the sand to rise up, and even though he's not running that fast, the dust cloud behind him is making me sneeze. Boom, Bin Laden Jr. just got away. And that's how we do it. And the crowd goes wild as he says Bin Laden Jr. gets away. The crowd's losing their minds. People are losing their minds. Oh, it's crazy. Love you, gang. Hope everybody's safe and sound wherever you are. Welcome to one of the wildest, if not the wildest show in the West and in the East too, and all of it, globally speaking, one of the wildest. Universally speaking. I'm gonna go out on the limb here and say in the multiverse, goddammit, because just kind of feeling it today, you know what I'm saying? So thank you for joining me once again. Thank you for the ones that have been with me from the get-go. You know who you are, you beautiful sons and daughters of bitches. You know who you are, you beautiful. I see you out there, man. The men and the ladies doing it strong, doing it fearless. You're fierce. Thank you. I thank you for your fierceness. I thank you for being you. I love you. Whatever it is, wherever you are in and around the world, you know who you are. You're kicking butt. You're taking names. Thank you for all the love and support. You've been with me from the get-go. It means a lot because we're a small gang and we're a small family. But guess what? We're procreating. We're getting pregnant. We've planted seeds. All right. We've planted ideas. We're growing. And thank you for joining us today. If you're just joining us today, hey, guess what? Plenty of space in this gang. As a matter of fact, we're one of the most spacious gangs out there in space. No big deal. You're like, man, where can a fella or a lady go to get some room? Right here. Grab a seat. Hover if you like. Bring your damn flotation pillow. You've seen it. Just, you be that mysterious little caterpillar just floating on that flotation pillow. Or you just like to go heavy on that hookah, don't you? Oh, smoke bubbles, smoke bubbles, smoke bubbles. That's a magical scene. That's what I'm trying to say, man. And I'm feeling loved. Want to give it all back right to the gang. Just feeling good vibrations, not gonna lie. It's a great time to be alive and wanted to share that with you. But we'll get into it, baby. We're gonna get in it, the nitty gritty of it. We're gonna get into our emotions, our feelings. And it's raining outside. And it's beautiful. And yeah, man, it is heavy season for that allergy. Because that's what it is, man. I'm constantly, like, when it hits a certain temperature here in the GTA, talking like 28 above, mixed in with the humidity, hard to breathe sometimes. But luckily, it'll pass. It's like 10 days, 2 weeks, tops. And it fluctuates too. It's not like consistent. Right now I'm gooch, bro. Evening time, catch me in the evening time. Rudolph the Red-Nosed reigns here, baby. That's what it is. So just blown out tissues. But I'm also, again, I reuse, recycle. You know what I mean? Try to get the most bang for my buck. Every square has got an inch. Every inch is, get the most inch out of your square. How many inches is, and it, you know what it is? It's all about being prepared. And that's the thing. I refuse to give in to Big Pharma and be like, oh, take this nasal spray. The smallest little, how do they work? I don't know. Is it like, the smallest little squirt in your nose will just, clean up that congestion and allow you breathe freely, and I say no to that because I refuse to give into anything unless I choose to. If I willingly give into it, then I give into it 100%. But I don't want to be just like, going around, running low on nasal spray medicine. Next thing you know, things happen, fam. We've discussed it previously. You're in the back of the parking lot, you're asking fellas just for a quick little puff for that nose. Oh, you'll do anything, etching your name in bathroom stalls, leaving your phone number, writing down your email, or writing down the number to your pager, to your fax machine. Seen it happen, man. It spirals quickly. Next thing you know, it's 2 a.m. You're answering emails. You've got fax. Who's got the most fax? You do. And the next thing you know, you're on a bike pedaling fast. Oh, I gotta go. People in your household are asking, where are you going? I'm running to the 7-Eleven. No big deal, running to the 7-Eleven. Casually at 2 a.m. No big deal. And then one day, someone decides to follow you. They're like, you know what? Why are they always going to 7-Eleven past midnight? Let me just follow this fella or lady just to make sure everything's good. And it gets awkward fairly quick, don't it? Yeah. They follow you, you get into a car, you close the car door. Next thing you know, the windows are steaming. Oh, man. It's condensation due to climate is what they'll first think. But then it's like June, July, so it's not that, we're not getting that mix of the interior of the car being heated and then the exterior of the car being cooled off by the, let's say, winter weather conditions. So there goes the mixing of the two, the heat and the cold, therefore creating the fog and the mist and the steaminess. So what is it that? Because every other car seems to be June, like it's all fine with every other car. No other car's got steam on the windows except the car that you entered. So it just leaves one asking questions. And then you get out of the car, you're all flustered, hair's all messy, licking your lips. And they ask you, but nonchalantly, they'll let it go over the weekend. Maybe you're having dinner, you're sitting down at the dinner table, they're like, what's up with cars that get steamy windows, am I right? And then all of a sudden you're like, you want to play it cool now. You want to play it cool. You're like, I don't know what you're talking about. No. Oh no, hold on. Emergency. See, this is what happens, fam. This is what happens. But luckily, we're prepared. Oh no, something's happening. No, we're all good. Nothing's happening. We're still recording. Oh no. Oh, are we still? Yeah. Operation is still a go. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna slow us down. Goodness me, this could have easily gone sideways. Whew. Oh, it's so stressful running your own multi-billion-dollar operation. The equipment, the equipment alone, this might look like a regular big pen, that comes in a pack of twos that you could potentially buy for $1.99, but if this pen could speak, and I guess in one shape or form it does through the bleeding of the ink on the papers, it would say that it's more than a big pen, that it's the founding, it's one of the foundations of this podcast. Okay, we're gonna put that away. We're gonna just put this away as well. But that's what it is. I'm always prepared, and that's life. That's life for you. That was an example of how close we come to death every day. How close we dance around the the danger zone, how close we get to the fire. This could have easily set us back months, years. But I kept if you go back and look at that initial reaction, you'll notice that there was no screaming, there was no panic in my eye. There was, if there was a test to see how well I handle stress, and that test happens to be like, just hold out your hand for a second, let's see if there are any vibrations, and you'd see my hand. No fucking vibrations, bro. Steady. Steady hands. Steady mind. A steady heart. I can't feel anything. It's not beating. There. The beat is back. It's a steady beat. And that's why we do things the way we do things around here. What were we talking about, man? What were we talking about? Man, I'm gonna have to fire some people after this, because this can't be, you know what I mean? I can't. It's okay. It is a skeleton bone, you know, operation. So we're gonna have some talks. We're gonna have some talks after this, and people will have to just, yeah, you know. Damn, that's extra hot today too, man. What is happening with this coffee? This coffee today is just like, oh, getting got by the allergies and the coffee, dude. All right, let's, jeez Louise, what were we talking about? Where were we? Where are we? Who are we? When? What? Where? The how, the essentials, the 5 W's and the H of life. Life throws you surprises, you gotta deal with it, we gotta always be prepared. Okay, we got that down. Allergies, what were we talking about? Before it doesn't matter anymore, does it? It doesn't matter anymore. We're gonna change gears, we're shifting gears. You were just, yeah, I remember now. You were just in the middle of like cutting that steak and things are getting tense. They're questioning you. Cutting that steak. Ha ha, you're at arm's reach. I can grab you when I want and put you away when I want. Don't worry about it, it's all good. Cutting away the steak, right? You're cutting away the steak. Why are you asking so many questions about cars getting steamy? I don't know nothing about cars that get steamy. As a matter of fact, I always roll down the windows when I get in a car, and they're like, are you sure? And you're just cutting steak. And the steak's been cut, and you just keep cutting. You're like, yeah, I don't even like windows. As a matter of fact, I only get into convertibles. And they're like, well, some fella or lady might have seen you do otherwise, and then you reverse it immediately. You're like, yeah, well, a fella or a lady could have seen you get into a car. How would you feel like if somebody saw you get into a car and the windows were rolled up and having to get steamy, and then you got out all, you know, hair messy, tucking things out? How would you feel? Just cutting stick. There's no more stick. You're just cutting now. You're just cutting. Sweat drops coming down. Ice cold sweat drops coming down. So it could get tense, man. Be careful not to get now. I think the whole point of this story, moral of the story is, yeah, man, don't get hooked on whatever is out. But if it's like, you know, what if also if it helps you, like I'm not judging. I don't judge, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you gotta ask yourself, is it a necessity? Do I need this? Can I move forward in life without it? And if the answer is yes, then why not do it? Why not take a chance? Why not say, the heck with it? Today is just, pain. It may seem like it's just a fingertip, but you don't know the amount of pain that just, but I'm stronger than this. We've been through worse, fam. This isn't gonna be my Vietnam. This isn't gonna be what's gonna be the thing that holds me. The only thing that holds me down is we've been through this. Ow, gravity. Good connections. Community. Knowing that you've got a gang, a syndicate, a worldwide family and friends that'll hold you down. Mama, I'm gonna be okay. Don't cry for me. And scene. I'm okay. I'm okay. No, I don't need to go to the doctor. Thank you for checking in on me. I'll be fine. I'll get through this. Like I've gone through a lot more, dude. Ladies. 'Cause that's what life is all about. Man, life's about a lot of things, ain't it? Really hurts. Seriously, it doesn't look it though. Because this table just like, oh, you're like, oh, what could a single person max two, you could get 2, 3, you could get 4 people around this table. What could a small table do to a fully grown adult? Well, it all depends on the intentions of that small table. Just because the table's small don't mean it that you're like, man, it's not tables that hurt people, it's people that hurt people. Yeah, all of a sudden you're going crazy over a table. You're like, ban all the tables. No more personal tables. We're gonna make it illegal for you to have a table. I'm like, it's not a table problem, it's a people problem, people. And you're like, is it though? Is it? Then what if we had no tables? Then people would never get hurt. I'm like, that's a valid point, that's a solid point, but it doesn't stop people who still want to get tables from getting tables. You know, you go ahead and go, oh, we're gonna ban tables. There will be no more tables, no more individual tables, no more automatic tables, no more semi-automatic tables. We're gonna draw a line. You can have no more tables. It's done. It's done. And you're like, well, that only leaves the tables in the hands of those who acquire tables illegally through the black market. Tables that are unregistered, no serial numbers. And you're like, what if the serial numbers were etched on the tables, but somebody etched them off? And you're like, yep, that's a valid point also. But at the end of the table, no wait, at the end of the day, that's right, at the end of the day, I believe in everybody's right to own and operate a table. Why? Because we've seen countries that don't have their own tables. We've seen how those who dictate whether or not people should have the tables or not, we've seen how it's good to keep each other in check is what I'm, and having a table sometimes really assures that you can keep people in check. And what if you just want, what if you are the type, you are a responsible table user, goddammit. You've been serving, you've been serving at the table, you've been served at the table, there have been times where you're just out there practicing table by yourself. No issues. Safe. Totally safe. There are times where you and a couple of buddies got a couple of tables and sat down around the table. Maybe it wasn't even a square or rectangle, bro. Maybe it was a round table of sorts. And maybe everybody around that table was equal. Maybe there was no head of the table, no tail of the table. Only the middle of the table. That's where you are. You're in the middle of the table. Why? Because it's round. you're not in the middle of the table, like unless you're like standing on top of the table and the table is round, then you're in the middle of the table. And that has happened too. A couple of times, a couple of fellas, couple of ladies got together, hired a couple of other fellas and ladies who happened to get in the middle of the table. And they all too had a great time. Responsible adults who know how to handle their tables. Man, I love people who know how to handle their tables. But then you're like, man, this goes far beyond tables. And I completely agree with you. This is so many things. It's manufacturing, it's having the facilities to attend to different sort of, because sometimes, tables are tables, man, but it's the people that, we need to have, and again, this is not an easy ask, this is not an easy task, this is not a one night fix, or that's the thing. Anybody comes out here just says, ban tables, ban this thing, you know what I mean? It looks like a, it's, yeah, of course, oh, we need a reaction, but easy answers tend not to be the solutions that we're looking for. If you want to have a society where people can responsibly enjoy tables, we need to make sure they're less fallen individuals. We need to make sure that every time a young person trips and falls, there's somebody behind them. Hopefully a family member, hopefully a friend, hopefully trusted community members, hopefully good schooling, hopefully good friends, family, community, so that in case a young fella or a lady happens to fall, they don't just go out and be like, oh man, I'm just gonna get me a table and sit down. You know what I mean? So it's easy to look at the aftermath and blame tables. But I say, like I've said many a times, we gotta look at ourselves in the mirror, man. We gotta look at ourselves in the mirror and be like, whoa, man, we're aging. A few wrinkles. Couple of strands of gray hair. Is that a new mole? Who's that behind me? Nobody. Nobody's behind you. No, but we're all behind each other. That's the point. That's the point. We want to get behind each other. Point is, you don't want to just take away people's rights to own tables, because that way it just falls into the hands of the illegal table traders in the black market doing it illegally. How do we get here? I don't know. I wasn't even planning on talking about tables today, man, but we got here. And yeah, on the other hand, speaking of things, here's a great example of how it's all about education. It's about so many things, right? It's about education. It's about making sure that people have safety lines, a seat belt, a safety net, like how we safely put the fish in the net, like how a spider casts a web of nets and safely gathers food and waits for them until they die slowly, or maybe creeps up on them, but they can't get away because they're in the safety of the net. The poor example, because it's only benefiting the spider in this sense, but hey, it is a net after all. And guess what? Nothing falls through spider webs. Relatively speaking, nothing like a large object will for sure fall through the spider web net. But smaller insects, zero chance. Okay, good chance, still a good chance, but it's at least something. Something is better than nothing. Put 2 layers of spider webs. I'm just, you know what? Forget about the webs. Forget about the spiders. What I'm trying to say is that, community, man, family, dudes, love is what holds us together. I know. It sounds too Gouda. Cheesy to be true. See what we did with it? With it? Fucking just slipped it in there with the Gouda and the cheesiness of the fucking. But you know it's true, dude. You know it's true. Fucking Gouda. Get that cheddar. Point is, love is what makes the world go round. And speaking of doing the reverses, totes different topic, I heard in BC, and by heard I mean I read, in an article that I think were in BC and Canada, there have been a lot of deaths due to like opioids and fucking fentanyl and shit, I think, and other drugs and stuff, hardcore drugs. And I think they've gone ahead and decriminalized it. If I'm not mistaken, look into it yourself. That is a good piece of news. We decriminalized almost everything, if I'm not mistaken, for personal use only. You know, and that's great, man. People shouldn't be, you know, whether it's, yeah. When it comes to substances, yeah, if we can avoid it, yeah, people dying, people getting, you know, marginalized, charged with just possession of whatever are like, you know, items for personal use, that's redunk. I think, again, we can definitely put that towards education, towards, you know, finding ways of living peacefully amongst one another, if that makes sense. Because at the end of the day, a lot of people be on a lot of things out there. A lot of people be on a lot of things out there. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of people be on a lot of things out there. It's just good if people were able to live freely without the stigma. So that we like, hey, Jenny's a great worker. She also has integrated really well into society. And so what? She likes to, you know, do a little bit of this and that on the weekends, every once in a while. Are we going to judge Jenny? No, I don't think so. We're not going to judge Judy, judge Jenny. Definitely not judge you. We're not judging Jenny because she is a human, and it should be her right to practice whatever she wants. With, again, I don't know how we got here, man. The whole coffee on the hands and it got in there, but I'm not gonna slow down because I feel like I'm on a roll. So I got happy about that piece of news. Yeah, man, decriminalize it, make it so that people feel normal, so that they don't have to go in. Because that's the thing. Once you criminalize something, it falls into that, like, falls into the underbelly. It falls into the, you know, areas of life where like, oh, people have got to be doing things in silence, in secrecy, in poorly lit rooms, maybe no light at all. Oh, the lack of lighting. Ouch! I keep bumping my knee. Things will happen, but if we bring them to the light, people can be like, hey, there are more people like me, and I don't need to feel a certain way, and it's okay to talk about things, because most things need to be talked about instead of being pushed aside. You got a table problem? I bet you there are other people with table problems. You're all set with tables? Great, fantastic, beautiful, beautiful. Point is that, yeah, man, I'm all for decriminalize everything, and I think that should just, I guess we do it in small little batches just to see how, we know, because other countries have done it. It works out pretty well when you decriminalize substances and everything else, because, yeah, people eventually, if they want to do something, they go and do it. It's best that we do it through a somewhat controlled manner where, you know, things are at least clean, safe. You can go get you want pure fentanyl, you got pure fentanyl, dude. And no more having your fentanyl cut with coke or whatever else substance they happen to cut, because that's the thing. It used to be so easy to just get pure fentanyl, and now, so I've heard. But the point is that we're doing great things, one day at a time, one step at a time, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Hopefully, I'm still, you know, I'm in that phase where I'm just like, oh, reaching out to the old comedy club, to the new. For me, it's a new com, but it's been established. It's been there, so I'm at that stage of just like inquiring within, trying to gain another spot, hopefully, and it just takes time building that. Very excited. So whatever you guys and gals are up to, I'm excited for you and your journey. What are you doing there? Did you just discover shaving your legs? Congratulations, it's a thing. Did you just, oh man, did you just mix cream cheese with Nutella. Oh, congratulations to you as well. We're reaching for new heights. We're going where no man or woman has ever entered before. Okay, we're going to the same places as other men and women, and people have been there before, but we're doing it differently, and that's beautiful. And you do it differently too. And I believe in you. Whatever it is that you're trying to do. Are you trying to pass the bar? Are you trying to pass the bar? Yo, because if you're there trying to pass the bar, fam, I'm out there supporting you. I don't even know what that means, but if you're trying to pass a bar, you know, people are like, oh, I'm studying to pass the bar. Bro, you literally don't need to study to pass the bar. There are plenty of bars on the streets to just pass on by. Oh, I passed the bar, but I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. You're like, I passed the bar. I'm like, good, great, you passed the bar. Why are you holding on to the bar for so long? Pass the bar, dude. God. So I'm happy for you, lady, man. If you're in the bar, passing the bar, saying hello to the bar, you know what I mean? You don't need to pass the bar. We're so adamant about passing it. It's like, what is this, a kidney stone? Can't I just hold on to it? Playing hot potatoes with the bar at this point, so it's like, make up your mind already. Let's say you're pre-meditation right now. You're premeditating. You're like, man, no, wrong hand gestures for premeditation. This something along these lines would. This is probably no. Again, probably wrong hand. There we go. That's the one. So many ones to remember. But now you're premeditating. You're like, do I want to do med school? And boom, light bulbs are going on and off, on and off, on and off, on and off. It's 2 a.m. once again. You're at a rave. And it's really hard to premeditate about med school while all your other friends are getting lit in their rave because it's going lights, fucking lights. Someone's passed out having a seizure, right? And it hits you right there. Like, man, if I wasn't intoxicated as much as I am right now, and if I was past premeditating, I could have potentially saved that fella or lady. So you step over them, you step on them, and you go and find your friends, and you all have a great night together, and that fella or lady, somebody will attend to them, goddamn. But one day you'll look back and be like, that could have been me. Hopefully not the person that you just stepped on, the person that came and cleaned it up. I'm talking about the men in white. And no, not the scary men in white with the hoods and the sleeves that run really long, and not those men in white. Well, who are the good guys? Because you got the men in black who are the good guys. But they also freak me out. The men in white and the men in black freak me out, okay? A little bit. Just men in gray. The men in gray. Meditating. The men in gray come somewhere in the middle, you know what I mean? Because there's a fine line that there's a fine line that one can stand behind, and then as soon as you cross that line, you go from a man in either white or black that is, are they being altruistic, or man is, because you have your initial thoughts in the beginning. You're like, man, is Papa in Stranger Things as a good guy or a bad guy? Papa, he's called Papa, must be a good guy, and all the things he's doing is blatantly good. So Papa is a good guy. But then you see, fucking Eleven's running away from Papa, so it's like, oh, Papa is not so good. But then season 4, curveball. I can't make up my mind. Do we need Papa or do we not need Papa? Do we need the men in black or the men in white? I say somewhere in the middle, man, because like it'd be hard to control all that power without any sort of guidance. But is the guy being selfish? I don't want to give too much away. Have I started watching Stranger 4 Things? Yeah, Stranger Things 4. Stranger 4 Things. Stranger 4 Things, dude. The most strange 4 things. It's a strange fur things. Strange her things. That should be the name of the show. That's another show for another. Strange her things, or which is, you know, we'll work on that and we'll come up with strange her things or strange fur things. Think about it, fam. Shark Tank, introducing the all-new strange fur things. Have you always been fascinated by strange fur things? Introducing the all-new, well, we've already got the, hey, if you've been a part of the show, you know that we got the Merkins going. There will be strange fur things. And also, the legs and the arms for the guys and the gals who want to have the hairy legs and arms. We've come up with the equivalent of the Merkin for your legs and arms too. So that's everything. All the pieces of the puzzle. Fucking lightning in a bottle, dude. Everything comes close together and then merges, and then we put the cap on it, put a nice little label on it. What is this mysterious, it's strange fur things? That's what that is. So yeah. You know, are we gonna be in a big surprise once again, like we were in the Matrix? You know, thinking all along that Agent Smith is not a good guy, but in its essence and its core, when you pay attention, you're like, man, fucking Agent Smith's the hero, isn't he? I think. I don't know. It's good to ask questions, man. But what I'm trying to say is that I love you, gang, and we talk about everything and nothing. Literally. For an hour, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. No, I will not miss a show. No, I will not miss a beat. No, I will not skip a step. I'll put in additional steps. When people are out there attending to their families, their children, their wives, their husbands, I am completely devoted to this one thing. And you don't need to worry about the other things. I'll take care of the other things. Don't worry about it. But what I'm trying to say is that when other people have other obligations, which is also admirable, because it's like, how are you doing all that? But aside the point, I'm only focusing in on us. And other things as well, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to say that I'm here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Goddamn, we don't skip nothing. I'm here for you. Are you down today? Well, let me tell you something, Buster. I'm down with you. So we're not down. We're going to get up, and we're going to get going. What do you want to do? Do you want to go start small? Start small. And, you know, fucking do it. And I got your back. Not physically, dude, because it's too many of us. The gang, although seemingly small at this point, could at any moment become 8 billion large. And the next thing you know, we're 8 billion large. We're climbing on each other's... Dude, ladies, I want to see this going, baby. I want us to be climbing on each other's shoulders, dude, from here all the way to China, dude. Fucking just making, like... arcs, dude, just by human arcs. Arching and arcing, dude, just because if you, and then that way you're cutting back on CO2 emissions. You want to travel, you just get on some, you know, all you got to do is, we've been built like Legos and koalas, we just don't utilize it properly. Every morning I see people driving, I'm like, why? Great mode of transport, some argue, but others have come up with the idea of Legoing on each other. Just click, dude. Just fucking click on my shoulder. Just click on these blades. These massive, wide shoulders. And you're like, how do I get equipped with these massive, extremely large, angular shoulder blades that women see and they're like, man, I want those shoulders. That men see and they're like, I too want those ginormous shoulders. Children will see the shoulders and be like, man, can those shoulders get any bigger? The elderly will be like, oh, I remember a time when my shoulders were wide, but now I'm a little prune. Shriveled up, cute little prune. Oh, who's a shriveled up, cute little prune that I want to put on my little shoulder or my little pocket and take to the show? You're my little prune. You're my little prune, Grandma. I love you, gang. Talk about it. Talk about it, because we won't stop. We won't stop at nothing. I will not ever stop. Should my heart ever stop beating, put a raccoon heart inside me. I've already been bidding. There are a few of them downstairs. I've got my eye on a little fast one that's just fucking with it. So get that bad boy, reach into his fur coat, grab his heart, put it in my chest right here, give the old chesticles a punch. It'll jumpstart my heart and I'll be back at it again. Boys and girls, I love you, ladies and gents. I love you. Here's to us being in full fucking control. Nothing. We've never been sturdier. Never been sturdier. Never been stronger. Love you, gang. I'll be back here again on Friday.